Hi everybody, welcome to the winter training series aimed at eventing. I'm here for episode 1, Alex Bragg, with a 5-year-old horse, stable name Albert because his competition name is Einstein, which is well fitted. Hopefully he is intelligent and does some magic things. Through this series of episodes, we want you to sort of see how our system works, introducing the young horses, keeping their confidence, but building athleticism up to, hopefully, the big 5-star level. I brought Albert over here to see Queen Diva's banner that was made for her. Hopefully this young 5-year-old will make it through the grades and be at Badminton 5-star one day himself. So here we are with a couple of simple, low-intensity exercises just with poles. Again, you know, it's very versatile in any arena, any situation. I've laid out 2 single poles in a straight line, and I've put 19 yards, 19 of my steps between it, which would be 4 strides in a show jumping course. Now, because there's no jumps, it's more likely to be a level 5 strides just in canter, but we're going to use these poles to adjust the horse and hopefully add a stride and then take a stride out. And then the red poles behind me are set on a fan. These have got 3 of my steps, so 3 yards between each one on a curve, and we can use these for trot and canter poles. This is a great way if your horse is coming from its break, it's in the arena, you want to keep it interested and thinking without obviously putting too many heavy demands on it until he's fit enough to progress. So we're going to start off and we're just going to show the horses the lines we want to go on. And what I mean by that is I'm going to try and trot middle to middle of all the poles, and I can then get feedback from the horse. If he wants to drift left or right, I can start making those corrections now, because when I get into canter, those deviations are going to be even more obvious and more severe. So if I can recognize them in the trot, I can start to correct before I even get to the canter. So come to these blue poles, aim for the nice blue bit in the middle, and literally try and progress down the line, look up until I come out, and stay straight before you turn. So I was quite pleased with that. And now we're going to do the poles on the curve. So bring the horse round, just a nice level trot. This is dead easy because this is just the warm-up. Come into the first one nice and straight, look up, and then just try and keep him on the line. And it's so easy to get focused on each individual pole, and what happens then is because you're still looking at the pole you're going over, you've not looked at the direction you're going for the next pole and then the next pole, and then you lose your course and you end up drifting out of the curve. So your job is to present him to each of the poles in the right place. His job is to step over them, so you don't need to look at the poles after that. Once I know where I'm going, I just look at my direction, and that's his job underneath. The same with show jumping. It's his job to get his legs out the way. Your job is to present him. Okay, so we've had a go in the trot. We'll stick to the fan poles to start with, because if your horse is a little bit fresh, it's a lot easier to control them on a turn. My horse feels a little bit fresh, he's just been clipped, so I'm going for the sort of wimpy route. And I just come in and the same again. Take my time now. I'm looking. Where am I going? Where am I going? Where am I going? Where am I going? Whoa. Good boy. And whoa. Okay, don't pat him because that makes him upset. Just going to do that one more time and try and control him afterwards because my horse drifted out through the shoulder afterwards. So I come in the canter and then I just look where I'm going. Left, left, left. And he's got to do the poles. I'm just thinking about my inside leg remaining against the girth and just guiding him around with soft hands. So there, inside leg against the girth, soft, 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 because what you don't want to do is end up tipping out the side door like this as you go over the poles. Okay, and then woo. Very, very good. So what we do on one rein, we must do on the other rein. Remember, what you'll learn from these episodes is Straightness is key. Straightness comes from accuracy. And if we can get the horses to be straight and balanced, symmetrical, symmetry is going to be your friend. You need to be able to achieve stuff left and right, but also it's great for your horse's health and soundness in the longevity of it. So make sure you do things equally off of both reins. So we make the approach off the right rein to the first pole, and then I just look, where am I going, where am I going, where am I going? Good boy. And it's so easy on this fan to get over the middle pole and be heading out to the outside. I'll show you what can happen. You get here, you look down at the first pole, you start fiddling, and you're still looking at that, and then you get there, and then you're like, oh my God, I don't make the last pole. Your job is to control the direction of the horse, present him to the poles, present him to the fence. Make the canter stride round, then look up and turn, turn, turn. Very good boy. Okay, and then that happens. So I'm going to continue in the canter, and I'm now going to just have a nice level canter, use my eye, down the two single blue poles. So I think here, I'm already thinking a bit straight in the canter because I want to be straight there. Square turn and straight. Square turn, look up. Now it's the middle of the canter pole. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And canter, good boy. And square turn if you can. So that's what I was saying, 19 yards in a show jumping competition would be 4 strides, but because we've only got poles, that would be normally a level 5 strides, which was perfect for him. Now I want to be able to teach this horse to be adjustable in his paces, but I don't want the rhythm to change. I don't want him to end up on his shoulders. So what I'm going to do now is going to come through those poles and sit him on his hocks and try and put 6 strides. But I mustn't compromise the straightness. There's no point trying to put 6 or 7 strides if the horse goes crooked. Whoop. As I come in, nice square turn. Come to the first pole. Now over here I want to shorten now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Because what I want to do is when I get to the second pole is be forward and soft with the hands. And this will become very apparent and very, very important later on as the exercises get more difficult, is that as you go over the fence, you've got to be thinking with your balance about the landing canter stride. Once the horse is in the air, if you overfold, you send all of their balance and their weight forward and onto their forehand, which means your first canter stride is going to be long and not very useful, not engaged, so the horse can't respond. Okay, so we're going to just do that again off the left rein. So here I try and ride straightish here to do a square turn because I want to be straight, square, straight, square. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good boy. And now I'm going to think about going to 5 strides. Just let the horse be in a lovely working canter. Allow him to use his neck. Square turn. Then I'm going to look up. And look up to the pole. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good boy. And so this time, I'm just going to challenge him a little bit more and see if I can put 7 strides in. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do that off the right rein towards the camera because it'd be better for you to be able to see the straightness. Make the turn here, and now I sit up. Collect 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, soft. Okay, and you can tell he found that hard, good boy, because he was a little bit like, hang on a minute, just let me go. So we just come round, we repeat one more time. Again, he's in self-carriage. I have to think about the extra stride a little bit here. So as we make the turn, I sit very tall. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, soft, 7, perfect. So what we've done is we've laid the basics, the fundamentals of what we need to be able to do. We need to be able to adjust the horse and maintain straightness, and we need to be able to establish and maintain a rhythm on a turn. When you can do that, you can come through a corner in your canter, straighten up and jump a line of fences. And that's basically the fundamentals of show jumping and cross country.